So I am not a soft-hearted person. I say that in advance, because I can't afford to be. I can't afford to be, but I deeply care about the Irish homeless. I deeply care about the Irish homeless, however they are defined. They are defined as those who are living in camps by the side of the streets in this country, not just in Dublin, but in Galway and Cork and even smaller towns than that. They are defined as the young people who cannot get homes, who are in their 30s and 40s even, who are still living at home with their parents. They are the working homeless. They pay taxes, but they do not have a home of their own, and they do not have a prospect of a home of their own. I don't care about our homeless in the way the left wing care about the homeless, as some virtue signalling nonsense. When you take on board the problems of 8 billion people across the planet, and you say everybody is equal and I care about every one of them just as much as any other, the reality is you don't care about any of them at all. Because you don't have to do anything for 8 billion people across the planet. But if you focus on the 16,000 people who are physically homeless in this country, then you've got to do something about it. And caring becomes real. And the left don't like to care when it's not for likes and retweets on social media.
Yes.
They wave Palestinian flags. And I'm not saying, nor would I ever say, that the behavior of the Israeli Defense Forces in Gaza is not a huge human crime. It is evil to its core. But standing on O'Connell Street waving a Palestinian flag isn't helping anybody in Palestine, and they know that. And they're not there so they can help the people of Palestine. They're there so they can increase their follower numbers on TikTok and Twitter and YouTube. And be thought of as virtuous in a way that does not demand of them to actually care enough to actually do something about it. And so when I say, as a not soft-hearted man, that I deeply care about the Irish homeless, that converts in my heart to an obligation to do something about it in practical terms. And that means that this government, who will stand on the world stage and talk about problems everywhere else, needs to take its actual responsibility for the fact, and we all know it, that youth in this country under this regime has no future, and the old age in this country has no security. And no government, regardless of its so-called democratic mandate, has a right to rule, has a right to govern, when it ignores its own flesh and blood. I care about the Irish homeless, and I am not apologetic in saying I care about them because they are Irish, because they are flesh of my flesh, they are blood of my blood, they are my relatives.
People struggling in the streets. Why aren't you taking to the streets for them? Why aren't you taking to the streets for the Irish?
I stand as an Irishman, heart hard as stone. No tears for the world's weight, my duty is my own. Our homeless lie broken in tents by the way. From Dublin to Galway, Cork's alleys they stray.
In camps by the roadside, their fires barely glow. Young souls in their 30s, no place to call home. Our kin, flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, left cold in the rain while the world's problems flood.
Blood of my blood, bone of my bone, Ira's own suffer, abandoned alone. 16,000 shiver in the storm's bitter sting, while the flood steals our homes and our leaders do nothing. All Ireland's parties, their fake fronts parade, NGOs and unions cheer the charade. I care for my people, no shame in my cry.
For the Irish homeless I'll fight till I die.
Our youth in their 40s still cling to their mass. No hope for a roof, just a dream that's long gone. Though working they toil, pay their taxes in vain, yet sleep in the shadows, no shelter to claim.
I see them, our kin, on the streets, lost and torn. Addictions and anguish, by madness they're worn. But I'm not soft-hearted, no likes do I chase. My care is for Ireland, for her weeping face.
Blood of my blood, bone of my bone, Ira's own suffer, abandoned alone. 16,000 shiver in the storm's bitter sting, while the flood steals our homes and our leaders do nothing. All Ireland's parties, their fake fronts parade, NGOs and unions cheer the charade. I care for my people, no shame in my cry.
For the Irish homeless I'll fight till I die.
The left wave their flags for a world far away, post selfies for clout, but their hearts never stay. They'll scream for the globe, 8 billion and more, but are homeless, forgotten behind Ireland's door.
I pass by their tents, see their eyes drained of light. There, but for God's grace I could share in their plight. No government's rightful that turns from its kin. Our old have no safety, our young can't begin.
Blood of my blood, bone of my bone, Ira's own suffer, abandoned alone. 16,000 shiver in the storm's bitter sting, while the flood steals our homes and our leaders do nothing. All Ireland's parties, their fake fronts parade, NGOs and unions cheer the charade. I care for my people, no shame in my cry.
For the Irish homeless I'll fight till I die.
My privilege is simple, a roof, a warm bed, yet rage burns my soul for the tears our kin shed. No globalist sermon, no TikTok applause, I fight for my people, for their sacred cause.
The parties all traitors, their opposition a jest. Unions, NGOs, they choke out our best. Our nation's our family, our blood's on the line. By God we'll reclaim what is rightfully mine.
Blood of my blood will rise from this pain. No flood, no false rulers will bind us in chains. No parties, no fakes, no more treacherous lies. The Irish will roar till our homeland skies. Their tide won't destroy us, we'll carve out our place. For our homeless, our kin, for Ira's true face. From fury we're forged, our spirits won't fall.
For the Irish, my people, I'll answer the call.
Oh, Ireland, my heart, where your children still bleed, in tents on cold streets with no mercy to plead. But from this dark anguish our fire will ascend. Blood of my blood, we'll fight to the end.